Hello, this is Dave from Net4Truth USA, Whirlwind, Revolt. It is Saturday, June 8th, 2019. And we are flying over the target again because one of my videos dealing with the murder in Arkansas was removed from their tube because of quote-unquote violations of our terms of service. Well, I have come to the conclusion that this venue is absolutely useless to me because I am spending inordinate amounts of time researching, putting together, compiling information that nobody else is compiling or researching, only to have that information summarily deleted by the Techno-Nazis up there in the annals, and I mean annals, of big tech. Now that I've gotten that out of the way, we have a senator from Arkansas and another Republican senator from Oklahoma murdered. We have a New York City police high-up captain 2 days before he was scheduled to be retired, allegedly committing suicide, along with another detective in the New York Police Department. Now, let me say something about the New York Police Department. I lived in New York for a long, long time, in Brooklyn, New York, in the 75th Precinct, and in Queens, in the 111th Precinct, and all of the people that I knew down there were absolutely consummate patriots. And in a red state, and I believe New York is a red state. New York City might not be a red state, but the rest of them are, trust me. But in a state that's run by demon rats, these people are really fantastic individuals, all of them. Now, we've known about the Peter Tweeter's laptop for several years now, and his online tryst with a underage female has proven to be one of the most controversial issues discussed on social media. I happen to know people at One Police Plaza because I worked on Wall Street for 15 years. And one of those people, a contact of mine, we communicate with each other via means that are outside of the venue of this electronic crap. And I can tell you for a fact that a New York City police chief did not 187 himself. It doesn't happen, okay? There's no reason for it. What is on this insurance folder is absolutely world-class political atomic bomb. He didn't name it insurance file for nothing. And seeing that he got such a light sentence, I'm talking about the Peter Tweeter, Anthony Weiner, tells me that he had something to bargain with. And what he has to bargain with was so bombshell. And you've heard it said many, many times on social media, on this venue and others, that there is a video of Homa Abedin and Hillary Clinton torturing a little girl to death. And I'm talking about some really fucking sick shit, okay? I'm not talking about some, standard torture techniques. I'm talking about some really sick, fucking satanic shit. And I have that on first-hand information from my contact at One Police Plaza. who will remain nameless, lest he lose his job and become another one of the 187 statistics. So you take that with a grain of salt if you want to. Future proves past. In my prior 3 channels on this venue, I have never been wrong. I don't say out of my mouth what I don't know for a fact. And like the protagonist said in Law Abiding Citizen, that's the problem. It's not what you know, it's what you can prove in court. Well, I believe the video that's on the Peter Tweeter's computer that the New York Police Department has had since 3 years ago, since that story first broke, wasn't released for a very good reason. Because these people are evil. They're evil people. The depravity and the depth, the abyss of satanic shit that these people do is beyond comprehension. And that's precisely why they get away with it. I personally have known about this trafficking business for 30 years. Damn near 30 years. And when I went to the authorities to report the suspicions, I was looked like I had 3 heads. But now it's finally coming to fruition here. These people have been doing this shit ever since Abraham walked out of the land of Ur in biblical times. And the only reason you haven't heard about it is because the mainstream media higher-ups are complicit in it. They are involved in it, and they're scared shitless. And with good reason. Because if the public knew the truth, there would be blood in the streets. I have to admire Donald Trump, but I have to put a caveat in there, because every day that goes by, these people do the same evil shit that they've been doing for 4,000 years. And more innocent people are dying, being killed, being sacrificed to Molech, while you sit around twiddling your thumbs. See, if it was me sitting behind the Resolute desk, I'd call the military and arrest them all the same day. No warning, no nothing. Put them on a boat, send them to Gitmo. We'll sort them out later. And who's going to impeach me? You're going to impeach me from Gitmo with a manual typewriter with the aid of a inmate law clerk? I don't think so. I don't think so. But that would have caused all the brainwashed masses to go absolutely batshit. But we have to give it to him. He knows more than we do. He knows more about the dead man switches that they have in place. And we know that the NSA, who is on our side, has all the evidence that the big tech companies tried to cover up last Sunday with their feigned technical problems, which were really forensic wipes of their server of all the shit that they've been doing. You think we don't know? Do you really think we're that stupid? Because of this venue, because of social media in general. And they're trying to take that away from us because they don't have any counter to the evidence that has been collected. They don't have any counter to the flawless logic that puts pieces of the puzzle together and makes a big picture and say, hey, look, he looks like a duck, walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, Must be a fucking duck. I'm telling you, what's on the Peter Tweeter computer will make Nagasaki and Hiroshima look like a firecracker. And we have the Peter Tweeter to thank you. Thank you, Mr. Peter Tweeter. You just brought down the entire cabal. We know this. It's looming. Put the pieces of the puzzle together, folks. A New York City police chief, days from retirement, does not 187 himself. A New York Police Department detective with years on the job just doesn't automatically, just one of these days get a feather up his ass and decide to blow his own brains out. You have people in this world that do this for a living. They 187 people, they're professionals. And they can make it look like anything happened. They can make it look like a suicide. They can make it look like a murder. They can make it look like an accident. They can get on your computer and through your XM radio in your car and make you crash your car. Oh, he was a shitty driver. That's why I got cameras in my car looking out and looking in. So, and I got cameras in my house everywhere. In fact, there's one right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's one right there. See that little dot right there? The little dot right there? That's a camera. Alright? So you ain't pulling no shit off on me. And I got dead man switches too. And so does Stony Stone. And so do all the other people that I work with. A lot of things go on behind the scenes that you, the audience of these videos, never see. A lot of things go on in my 14-hour days for the past 3 years trying to bring this thing down around their ears that I can't talk about.
I'm gonna pull the whole thing down. I'm gonna bring the whole fucking diseased, corrupt temple down on your head. It's gotta be biblical.
People do what they have to do. People take upon themselves harm that would befall someone else. And that's okay, because this life is not all there is. All of us who believe in God know that we have to answer someday. And if we know to do the right thing and don't do it, for whatever reason, we're going to have to give account on the last day. And I believe that's coming soon too. I don't have any faith. I have proof. This is Dave from Net4 Truth USA, Whirlwind, Revolt. Thank you for listening, and if you can, support this channel. The links are in the description. Visit my bookstore at lulu.com/Net4TruthUSA. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our backup channels, Whirlwind Revolt, Inglorious Patriots, and Net4 Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. You can also find us at Net4 Truth USA on BitChute. We fly so close to the target, we're on our 4th fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/Net4TruthUSA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.